Welcome, everyone. So basically, the oil and gas value chain in general, we consider it as series of values. So that's why we call it value chain, because since we have, for instance, the crude oil, then we are going to do some activities and some processes inside. So we are going to transform it to another product. So that's why we have the concept of the value chain, because there is a series of values in general. Since, for instance, we have the exploration, then the production, then the processing, then the distribution of the oil in general. So that's why we call it value chain, because there is a series of values that we have inside our value chain or supply chain as well. So in general, we define the value streams inside the value chain in the oil and gas industry to three main. So the first one is the upstream, and we have also the midstream, and also we have the something like the downstream itself. So the upstream is about the exploration and the production. So for instance, this phase involved in identifying, for instance, potential oil and gas reserves through geological surveys, seismic studies, and also exploratory drilling as well. So we have also the production itself. So once a reserve is confirmed, so drilling operations are initiated to extract the crude oil and the natural gas as well. Okay. So we have also the midstream, and sometimes the midstream itself, they consider it as part of the downstream. Okay. However, in the field in general, sometimes we have one of the companies, they are going to call their for instance, their midstream operations, like for instance, we have something like the transportation itself and the storage itself. So this is considered as the midstream activities, okay, inside the value chain of the in the oil and gas field in general. So the transportation is about the handling, for instance, some transportation activities, like for instance, the crude oil and natural gas pipelines. We handle also the terminals of the oil and gas in general. Okay, and also it includes, for instance, managing the transportation of the oil and gas through, for instance, something like tanker ships or trucks or railroads and so on. And also we have the storage in general to ensure that we have supply and oil and gas are stored in tanks, for instance, or underground caverns or other facilities before being transported further downstream. And then finally, we have the downstream itself. So this is it's about processing and refining. Okay. So we have the refining. It's the refining process in general in the oil and gas refineries. We are going to convert the oil or gas into various products, including, for instance, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and petrochemicals as well, and also the petrochemicals itself. So it's about we are going to extract some valuable chemicals in general and compounds from the hydrocarbons for use in the various products in general. For instance, we have the plastic, we have rubber, we have other chemicals in general. I hope that you enjoy this small definition regarding to the supply chain and the value chain in the oil and gas, and see you later, inshallah. Thank you.